Howdy folks, it's All Turtle here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and I just got done editing the video you saw yesterday, and holy cow, I don't know what was going on with me, but that was the most boring, dry commentary I've ever had in a Flight Sim video. So those of you who are new to the channel and saw that, thank you for coming back. What a mess. Today, hopefully, a little more exciting. The content yesterday, though, was kind of cool with the problem with the sim going over the North Pole and all those things. That was kind of neat. But my commentary was just horrible. So anyway, today, new day, a little more excitement. It is snowing. I made sure to pick a spot that not only had snow to see the snow textures that are now in the simulator, but daytime. Though we are still pretty far north. So this is like sunrise, and then we're going to have sunset. Maybe all within the same flight here. So where are we? What are we doing anyway? Well, we're back in the Cessna Citation Longitude, and we're going to do another IFR flight with ATC just because we didn't get to finish the one yesterday. So I'm hoping that today we can do this, and hopefully this icing goes away after we start the aircraft. But we are in Russia today. We are at the, I'm stopping the camera so I can concentrate on my notes, Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia. And if you are familiar with that name, perhaps it's because of the show Stranger Things. That's how I picked this spot. My 9-year-old loved Stranger Things. I personally didn't really get into it that much. To me, I'm not giving any spoilers, but to me Stranger Things was the same thing over and over and over for however many hours and episodes and seasons we binged within like a week. We watched it all within like a week. But my 9-year-old loved it. The reason why I watched it was because I needed to explain a lot of things to him, and I actually had to explain a lot of things to my wife too. So I was the translator basically. So I watched it. A point in the series, I'm not going to tell you when in the series, but they end up in Kamchatka, Russia. So I'm like, hey, I'll fly there. That's how I get some ideas for my flights. So that's why we're here. Also with the new snow textures, I think we've got 300 and some nautical miles to go. I actually had to change my departure airport because the one I picked originally was a little strip we couldn't take off in this thing. So this airport random, I just picked it, and get the description and everything below of where we are. And we're gonna fly south to Uniform Hotel Papa, the biggest airport on the peninsula. That's what we're doing. It's gonna take about 40 miles. Supposed to take 41 minutes, so for me to take like an hour and a half, because it always takes me longer for some reason. I don't understand why. Anything else to say? No, I just am glad it's going to be a little more daylight as we go here. Looks like we got clouds right away though. Real world weather's turned on, by the way. I always fly with real world weather unless there's a flight I really want to do and it's just not flyable, right? I could always pick a different place when that happens, but I don't. I just turn off weather. So real world weather today. I mean, there's mountains to see that we're probably not going to see because of the clouds. But if you want me to refly, well, I'm going to say if you want me to refly this area without clouds, I can. But the airports is so far apart. It's kind of, you got to do an IFR flight over this peninsula. It's not like you do a little VFR sightseeing thing in the mountains. I guess you could do a custom departure and stuff. But anyway, we're picking real airports. That's how we fly. That's not how we roll. That's how we fly. So let's put the drone away. Get inside, and I thought I heard somebody talking to me. I don't know. Alright, what's going on? Let's see here. Confirm Brothers work already did. Parking brake set. I always reset it, because even though it's pulled up, it's not always set. External power on. Sorry, we have to go away for the whole flight. I'm sorry. External power on. Tail flood on, which I don't think is actually modeled. Emergency. It's so nice to be able to see this. The thing I don't like about night flights is you can never see what you're doing. Well, that doesn't work. I try to do it every time, and it doesn't work. There we go. We're going to go like that, actually. Fuel and passengers. Yeah. What are we doing today? I know this is more than enough fuel for a 300 nautical mile flight, because this thing can do like, I don't know, what's the range of this thing? 80,000 nautical miles? I have no idea. It's in the thousands of nautical miles. So 50 is fine, I'm sure, but I'm going to bump it up. Whoops, I didn't actually mean to do it that way. I meant to do it this way. Well, that's not going to work. No, shoot. There we go. Let's go like that. There we go. Alrighty, you know what? I'm going to be the co-pilot today. I'm going to be the co-pilot. And since my kid liked this show so much, Stranger Things, he's going to fly. My 9-year-old is going to fly. His brother is going to sit all the way in the back. And whoopsies. And he wants to bring his former girlfriend with us. Why, I don't know. He also wants to bring his best friend. So let's get his 4 best friends in here, shall we? And there we go. And the last one. And we need an adult to babysit them. And again, there's some random person we picked up at the airport. She needed a ride. Okay, there we go. Baggage. If I go higher than this, it's probably going to go red. Nope, it worked this time. Okay. There you go. Simple enough. What is going to happen next? Well, my voice has started echoing. Did you hear that? That was weird. In real life, it did. I should put treatments on my walls for soundproofing, shouldn't I? Alrighty, batteries on. There we go. Generators on. APU start between the seats. And we're going to come up here and watch this thing go to 100. Hey, we get our destination this time. If you remember the flight from yesterday. What does this one do again? Nothing. The flight from yesterday, we got nothing. So what's going to happen? We're going to fly along these mountains, but we're going to cross them eventually, I think. Maybe not. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of... No, we don't. Because see, originally I was going to start off over here somewhere, one of these airports. But they're all just little icy strips. So we were going to cross these mountains. Instead, we're going to cross bigger mountains. But like I said, because of the clouds, you probably won't see anything. Now this, I should talk about this too. This is important. I tried to do my own predetermined arrival. Sometimes I'll let ATC give us one. Sometimes they do a predetermined one. I was going to do a predetermined one. And there's like 30 arrivals listed, and they're all exactly the same thing. You go to here, and go directly to the airport. There's nothing to set us up. So we're either going to have to, with this fog, oh, this is going to be a bummer. I don't know what's going to happen when we get here. We're going to find out together. I might have to fly over it and do a visual circuit and land. We might get ILS instructions, and we can break free at Tupan and wait until we get ILS about here. I don't know how this is going to work. There was no approach and arrival and approach to put in. The only approach was direct, or automatic direct, it said. The only transition was, they were all the same. So it's not going to be very smooth. Well, we're going to make it as smooth as possible, but it's not going to be as smooth as I was intending to do. With the winds, this should be the runway they want us to take off from, and then runway 34 at our destination is what it should be. We'll see what is actually going to be when ATC gives us our runways. It's usually backwards. It's been backwards a lot. Alright, APU obviously stabilized a long time ago. Let's come down here and do the bleed to normal. It is. Come up here and do our APU generator. And we're trying to external power, everything should stay on, and it does. We did that right. Make sure power levers are idle. They are. Conditioners for it on the yoke, because it does this weird thing down here. Turn the pulse light on, because we're about to start. That's going to be anti-collision for us. And pulse, I guess. And why not recog right now, since it's so so icy. Wing inspection, don't need it. We know it's icy. These don't work. I wish they did, but that's fine. Alrighty, with the start-stop thing, it says run, but you still got to do it anyway, or it doesn't work. And then you can push this. This won't close once you've opened it. Ooh, that time it did. It didn't before. Come up here. Let's see if this actually goes above 23 without having to do it again. As I said in a previous video with the same aircraft, I've never been able to start this the same way twice. I always have to do certain things and re-push buttons and re-flick things on my yoke and stuff. Well, let's see if it goes above 23. It should shoot up really quickly. And success, finally. Holy guacamole. And as that stabilizes, we're going to come down here. We're going to do the other one. We're going to hit it twice. And then we're going to do that. And then we're going to hit this button. And then again, it should go all the way up to 56 without me having to do a thing. Let's see if it actually does. Alright, we're about to get there. So let's see here. What am I doing? What am I doing? I skipped some stuff, didn't I? Now, nope. Confirm rising. Confirm rising. B for left engine. APU generator off. Wow, I got really lost on that one. Turn that off. Come down here and turn the bleed off. And then turn the APU off. Icing is needed. Do you think we need it? Oh, we need it. Here, let's turn everything on. That should already be... That can't we do anything? Can't do anything over there. I'm really bummed that this got erased. Because I had like 26 hours in this thing. And they're gone. Bummer. The map light's pretty cool, though. We can do some map light stuff here. This one can come in. I guess maybe we can put this one back in now. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I have to take it back out. Let's see. Set wind on PFD. Let's come down here. I can't see that far. Wind. I'm squeezing my eyes on. There we go. We'll do timers in a minute. Over here, we're going to do speed bugs. Turn them all on. There we go. ATIS. Do we have an ATIS this time? We do not. Or do we? Nope. Alrighty, no ATIS. I already went over the flight plan. I already told you how we don't have an actual approach that I would like. So it's going to be winging it when we get there. And let's request our IFR clearance.
Kamchatka Center Turtle Sook Tango Sierra 4105 IFR to Petropavlovsk, ready to copy. Turtle Sook Tango Sierra 4105 is cleared to Petropavlovsk Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency is 133.8 squawk 2153. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Alright, 6,000 feet.
Tango Sierra 4105
I went
cleared
too
to
fast behind
Petropavlovsk
the scenes
Airport
there.
as filed.
It's going to give us
Climb
6,000 and then the next
6,000
one.
feet.
So.
Departure
Not
is
a big deal.
133.8 squawk
Since we
2153.
Don't
Clearance
have
void 30 minutes from
ATIS,
now.
roughly get a barometer here. Hang on.
Turtle Sook Tango
Read
Sierra
back correct.
4105 read back correct.
Good. Glad to hear it. Alrighty, we don't have ATIS, so we're going to have B on our keyboard for the barometer. We don't need to worry about D because we don't have gyro drift. Okay, it should be runway, I think that's runway 36. Let's see what it tells us when we do our taxi. What is the runway pre-selected?
Uniform Oscar
36.
Sierra
I think
Oscar
it should be
traffic Turtle
good.
Sook Tango Sierra
Okay.
4105
So come
is
down
taxiing to
here,
runway 36.
and we're just going to do a U-turn. We're just going to, well, we're going to turn right and then go out to the runway. Okay, that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. Let's hop outside. Anything to worry about here? Nope, just don't hit that minivan, and there's our runway. Very, very simple. All right, what are we going to do here? Anti-collision lights. I already did that, though, didn't I? Yeah. Taxi lights on. And flaps down 1 notch. Yeah. Begin taxi. So here we go. We're going to come out here. We're going to announce that we're going to taxi and depart south. Number 5.
Uniform Oscar Sierra Oscar traffic Turtle Sook Tango Sierra 4105 taking off runway 36 departure to the south.
And do our outside view, parking brake off, and away we go. Whoa, that broke free in a hurry. Oh, watch it. Oh, right through the waist. Too bad. Looks like this van might get a clunk too. Oh, I have my taxi ribbon on still. I don't really need that on for this place. We'll keep it on. If that stupid marker stays on though, then it says runway 18, even though it... Whoa, dude. I wanted to move too late now. It says runway 18, but we wanted runway 36, which it told us to do. Very interesting. Anyway, if that marker stays on after we've taken off, we will need to turn off taxi ribbon. If you don't go exactly where it wants you to go, it'll stay on and point back to the airport. Alright, might as well finish this taxi together. We're almost there together. What do we need to do here as we get closer? Come up here. Landing lights can come on. Let's just turn those off now since we're here. Taxi lights off, recog, confirm on. Why do I have recog? There it is right there. Confirm flaps. Set timer and go. Alrighty. Flaps can be confirmed here as well. I thought. Can't really see that far. But anyway, flaps are confirmed. Down 1 notch. Alright. I wish I could see what I was doing. There we go. Turn, please. Turn. Come on. There we go. Good thing we're not here at night. I don't think you'll be able to see this. There aren't like ILSs and stuff either. Interesting. Alright, all we need to do is come down here and start our timer. It's going to go up here, but not there. And we're all set. Do I need to spool up before we take off? Too late now, we're already taking off. Alright. Maybe I should... What? That was weird. See how it spooled and went down? Interesting. Okie dokie, I should set my vertical speed as I'm trying to take off in the winter plane. Like this, and we should do flight. I'm trying to do all this. We're going to take off now. And nav. Come on. There we go. That was not how you do that, folks. You don't set your autopilot when you're trying to take off. Gears in, flaps are in. What in the world is going on? Did you see that bobbing around? Alright, we're all ready to engage autopilot, but we're not going to. We're going to hand fly a minute turn around. The reason why is because... Oh, I can't even zoom that out. Okay, zoom it out on this one. Out, I say. The reason why I'm not going to, whoops, do autopilot is because what will happen, that we're already above the cloud layer. This thing is so fast. We're way above the speed limit too. Not supposed to go this fast until you're 10,000, but whatever. No one's out here but us. The reason why I'm hand flying this U-turn is because I don't know if autopilot can be trusted. So we're going to hand fly this U-turn. There we go. Now we're below the speed limit. That's better. Oh my gosh, look how fast we came. Wow. I don't even know what to say. See, the stupid marker. I told you that marker was going to stay on. We'll turn it off once we have this thing on autopilot and stuff. Oh man. Look at that. That's a great screenshot. Look at that right above the clouds. Oh, how amazing, huh? I love road weather. Whoa, that kind of screwed things up. Alrighty. What did it say to go to? Oh, I never tuned on the center. What did it say to go to? 6,000? We're past 6,000. Let's level this off here.
Tango Sierra 4105, 6,100 feet.
We're still hand flying.
Turtle Sub Tango Sierra 4105
We'll
Kamchatka
set
Center. Continuous.
the barometer.
Altimeter 29.49er.
Okie dokie. Can I go higher now? Please? I don't want to sit here at 249 knots at 6,000 feet. So normally what I should have done, what normally would have happened, well look at, there's a break in the clouds. Okay, I gotta turn that off. What should have happened is I should have, engaged autopilot within a few seconds of takeoff. But when you're facing completely opposite your plan, there we go. You never know what the autopilot's gonna do. 14,000, acknowledge vertical speed, because I'm doing this all by hand right now. Still, what are we at? 13, and let's do autopilot now. And it should get us onto the purple line and make us climb. So let's give it some throttle, so we can climb without slowing down. Is that auto throttle trying to take over? I don't use auto throttle when I fly this. I think it's trying to be auto throttle for us because we're so fast, so low. Now we can climb some more steeply than that. I can't see that far. What's it say? 2,200. We can even do more than that, but whatever. Oh boy. Slow down. Don't overspeed. Otherwise, what else is there to do? We're gonna mess with icing. Don't need to. It's already on. Oh, we can go faster than this. Come on, let's get up there. Let's go. Let's show off to the kids what we can do. 14,000 feet. We'll keep it in the red as long as we don't hit the barber pole. And is it going to turn us back? See, this is what I was afraid of. See this? That's exactly what I was afraid of. Let's undo VNav and do nav again. Autopilot worked. Oh, I know why. Whoa, I forgot the most important thing. Oh my gosh. Dude, how could I have done this? FMS, thank you. Oh, how did I screw that up? Is that on my checklist? It should be. Nav source on PDF. Oops. Oops. Let's stay out of that barber pole. Let's go back to the timer. I was so excited to get my time counted and that I blew it. Alright, what are we doing? That's going to bring us to nav. It's going to keep us to our altitude. Everything is set with vertical speed. We are just keeping an eye on the throttle. Like I said, I've never used auto throttle, but people do. I don't even know how to do it. I don't care. But apparently you can. What else is there to do? Nothing. Literally, now, for the next 300 some nautical miles, is just sit here and follow ATC's instructions. That's it. We didn't... Oh, 14,000 feet. Yeah. That's it. That's, in fact, I'm actually doing more work than you normally need to, right? You can normally program the FMS, hit VNAV and stuff, and it'll do everything for you from 5 seconds after takeoff until touchdown. So we do a little more interaction than what we could get away with. But this is it now. So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to flirt with ATC. And when we get closer to the airport, we got to figure out how we're going to make our own smooth transition so we can land. There's going to be clouds there. It's probably going to be really dangerous. We might crash because I don't know if ILS is going to be part of this or not. So that is it for me. How long do we have here? Half an hour until we get to the waypoint, and then a little bit more than that. So I will see you once we got to figure out our transition to the airport. Enjoy the clouds. I'll see you in a little bit.
Overspeed, 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 overspeed.
Alright, we have a mid-flight update for you here as soon as we tune in our next center. Let's see what they have to say to us. Continue as planned. Okay, so we are flying along, like literally flying along. And we're 12 minutes out. And then we're going to turn towards the airport and have a transition. So this flight is actually going pretty well. I'm keeping as fast as we can here without overspeeding. It's funny because the overspeed warning comes before the barber pole. But anyway, I just wanted to point out that looks like the clouds are going to break up a little bit. We might be able to see where we're going. There's a volcano there, mountains up there that seem higher than we are, but I don't think they're 36,000 feet up. It just looks that way in the distance, and then that water is that water right there. That volcano looking thing is right there. And that stuff we can't quite see on the map. So we'll be turning in through here and then landing over here. There's the mountain ridge there. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. That mountain ridge in the middle of the peninsula going right through here. You can see it there. We're not going quite that far. So it'll be interesting. But the exciting thing is I think we'll be able to see what we're doing. So that is good. 36,000 feet at cruise. Run as fast as we can. We have a ground speed of 452 knots. It's been completely uneventful. We were getting that sway thing where it was hunting for nav, so I turned off autopilot, I turned off everything, and redid it, and now it's working smoothly. So that's a trick I learned from the Discord, I think, a long time ago. Otherwise, how long have we been flying so far? 23 minutes so far, and we're about to do some stuff here, so a little bit more sightseeing when the clouds break up, and then we'll reconvene. Oh, I also reset barometer to 18,000 feet and turned off landing lights at 10,000, just in case you weren't aware of how that works. Alrighty, so that's it for me right now. A little bit more sightseeing without some clouds. It's nice to see the clouds, but it's also nice to see the ground. I see snowy mountains up there, and I'll see you again with commentary when it's time to find a way into this airport. It's going to be interesting, to say the least.
Turtle Soup Tango Sierra 4105, contact Petropavlovsk Center on 135.4.
Alright, top of descent.
Descend and maintain flight level
260
Turtle Soup Tango
it
Sierra
is.
4105.
Let's see here. Oops, 260. Vertical speed and go down a little. What? Did it freeze on me? What? There we go. That was strange. It didn't freeze, I just missed the click spot and it freaked me out. Well, let's do 1,000 feet per minute. I think bring back throttle so we don't overspeed. 1,000 feet a minute can be fast enough. I actually don't think so. They tell you to come down pretty late. So let's go. What does that say? 1,400? We can go down steeper than that. There. Whatever that says. We'll go with that. Keeping our speed up. And too early for barometer. Too early for everything else. It's just top of descent. Let's peek again at that mountainous range below us. It is so incredible. I'm so glad the sky's cleared up for us. Look at those little mini volcanoes. And then the big one. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And then the ice. So you can land on iced over lakes and rivers, by the way. I do have to do that soon. I just got to find a spot to do it. I think we're going to go to the northernmost part of Alaska for that. Maybe. We'll see. We could land down there if we had a smaller plane. But look at that mountain range. You can barely tell where the clouds ended. I should say volcano range. More over there. A whole bunch of them. More over there. Maybe that's why Stranger Things went here. You would know what I mean if you saw it. You would know what I mean. Alright, let's see. The mountain range is gorgeous. The clouds are below the mountains. Look at this. This is all clouds. And that's all mountains. So hopefully where we're going up here, it's before these clouds. So we can see what we're doing. That'd be very helpful, wouldn't it? Alrighty, let's put the drone away, hop back inside, and see how things are going. What did it say? Go down to 26. We're on our way there. Alrighty, keep flirting with ATC here. What is next? Just look at that. We're still waiting for our next instructions. We're down to about 26,000 feet right now. I'm expecting something to happen. I'm just really enjoying the scenery. Oh, look how the water gets deeper out there. It's like frozen-ish, and then it gets less frozen, and then it gets really deep. Wow. This is an amazing part of the world, isn't it? Huh, look at that. Alright, yes, this is going to turn us towards the airport. And then there's an airport. Should be in front of us now. We're probably gonna have to nosedive. Let's hop inside and see where it is in relation to that terrain. If we come down here, looks like, oh, gall. Oh dear. We're gonna have to take this into our own hands.
Turtles of Tango Sierra
Yeah.
4105, you are 74 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 16,000 feet. Expect vectors visual runway tree 4 approach.
Visual, huh? Visual approach.
Turtles of Tango Sierra 4105, descend and maintain 8,000
No. That's not gonna work.
feet. Turtles of
Give
Tango
me...
Sierra 4105,
Let me
descend and
control...
maintain 4,200 feet.
4,200.
Descend
Visual
and maintain
approach.
4,200
That's
feet.
not
Expect vectors
gonna
visual
work,
runway
and I'll
tree
tell
4
you
approach.
why.
Turtles of Tango Sierra 4105.
4,200 into...
Turtles of Tango Sierra 4105, descend and maintain 3,400 feet.
This is a riot. 3,400 vertical speed, nosedive. How steep can we come down before people puke in the back? Like that? Bring back throttles? Let's see what happens.
Descend and maintain 3,700
Okay, I've just
feet.
been
Turtles of Tango Sierra
blasted by
4105.
instructions here. So let me show you what happened. First of all, let's keep our speed up because we're plenty high. We can keep our speed up. Whoa, yeah, see, what I was trying to say was see that peak and that peak and that peak, these three peaks right here? We might have to do a heading bug thing because if we follow their altitude instructions, we're going to run into that stuff. So let's do this in a little bit here so we can see.
Turtles of Tango
Oh my
Sierra
gosh.
4105, descend and maintain 4,500
Okay, let me show you what
feet.
happened here after I acknowledge.
Descend
So look
and
at this.
maintain
Can I show you this? Will that
4,500
work?
feet.
Yeah, look at,
Turtles
okay,
of
it said,
Tango Sierra
please
4105.
acknowledge, maintain 3,400, 4,000, 4,000, 47, 37, 45, all like within seconds. I just cut that out of the recording.
Turtles of
Oh my
Tango
gosh, there's
Sierra 4105, descend and maintain 5,200
that's
feet.
5,200. I mean, I like this better because of the terrain, but this is ridiculous.
Descend and
Again,
maintain
what did I say? We're going to flirt with
5,200 feet.
ATC.
Turtles of
We're
Tango
also going to be
Sierra
flirting with these mountains.
4105.
Okay, let's go like that. We can stay with nav hold right now, but let's come
Turtles
down.
of Tango
Now
Sierra
what?
4105, descend and maintain
Stop it.
5,800 feet.
Just stop it. Oh my gosh.
Descend and
What I
maintain
wanted to do is come here and see if we
5,800
can
feet.
see
Turtles of Tango
altitudes.
Sierra 4105.
9,000 by Tupan.
Turtles of Tango
Oh.
Sierra 4105,
Oh dear.
descend and maintain 4,700 feet.
That is, first of all, that's overspeed. Second of all, that is terrain turbulence.
Descend and maintain
So we're going to have to do this.
4,700
We're going to
feet.
take over in a
Turtles
second
of
by hand,
Tango
and now we're
Sierra
ready to see. I just want to come down here
4105.
without crashing the sim. Because, okay. 100 feet is our airport. Is that what that says? No, I didn't say that. 100 feet. Back. 100 feet. Nothing's in my way. I'm not going to touch it because I'll probably screw it up. Okay.
Turtles of Tango Sierra
Holy cow.
4105, descend and maintain
Yeah.
5,300 feet.
Stop it. Stop it. We're going to run into a mountain.
Descend and maintain
Let's push heading. Where's my
5,300
heading on this? I've never
feet.
used
Turtles of
heading on
Tango
this. So there's
Sierra
heading. Let's switch to heading
4105.
bug. And let's get out of here. Let's get away from these mountains, even though it might get mad at us and tell us to go back to what's planned. What's that now? 5,300?
Turtles of Tango Sierra 4105, descend and maintain 5,900 feet.
Wow. How many things has it been?
Descend and maintain
1, 2,
5,900
3,
feet.
4,
Turtles of
5,
Tango
6,
Sierra
7, 8,
4105.
9, 10, 11 instructions since top of descent. And we're just doing this to avoid the terrain. I know our speed is really fast. Okay, we're below 18,000 feet. Let's hit barometer. B to get the barometer. Let's come up here. Let's get landing lights on a little early. And let's slow down a little bit because we can't go above 250 once we get to 10,000 feet. Which looks really scary because we have a lot of terrain in front of us. So I think what we're going to do... Oh man, this is nuts. Yeah, we're basically just going to come down this valley right here and then do a circuit, like a right traffic pattern probably. So I think we're ready to turn back. Yep, so let's go like this. Let's go heading bug this way. Whoa. There we go. And what we're looking for... No, we're gonna go right over that brown. See, there's brown right there, and then we have a valley through here. Oh my goodness. This is hilarious. Of course, if I would have done the flight planning outside of the sim, I would have gotten altitudes and all these crazy things, right? But since, we're going to actually raise our altitude. This is level off right here about, level off at 11,000 if I can get there. Oh, come on. Can I get to 11,000 before the sim does, before the airplane does? Let's go. Oh, tip, tip, pap, bloop, pap, pap, pap. 11,000. There we go. If we were doing this outside of the sim, I would have, you know, gotten altitudes and everything, but I wanted to see what the sim could do. Alright, barometer set, landing lights are set. Next then would be flaps and gear. When we need to, spoilers I guess we can arm now, although probably going to need them, but we'll arm them now just in case. We don't need them. We'll keep our speed up a little bit. It's not going to go to 11,000 because I screwed it up. Let's go up, 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 up. I said up. The heck is going on here? Up to 11,000. Why are you going down? I said go up. You see that down there? I said there we go. Up to 11,000 please. It's not arming. Oh, right now, screw it. This is our altitude, 10,400. Okay, we can keep our speed up for this. Because we're above 10,000 feet. Let's zoom that out a little bit. Keep an eye on what we're doing. Or, ooh, wait, should we just go across here and go around the mountains so we can see the runway? Yes, let's do that. Let's just be rogue. Let's go rogue. And let's turn around pretty much. Come on, quit zooming out on me. What we're going to do, we're going to go around this mountain because ATC is useless. We're going to go through here like this and then come around. I will in a minute after I go past the mountains you can't see. We're going to go around here and around this mountain. Then we have a nice long final, because that's the runway we want, is like 34 or whatever it was. I don't care what runway they give us. We're going to land 34 because the winds are coming from north when I looked at them before we started. Okay, very exciting. A lot of concentration, but we're going to do this, aren't we? We are going to make it. We're going to make it ours. We're going to own this. And probably slowly dial back the heading bug here. We don't need that much. Let's just give it a little more. There we go. Now we can go down to 5,000 feet. Now we go down to 5,000. Come on, stop scrolling out. 5,900. All right, here we go. 5,900. We are now. Down, down, down. Down. Really fast. Because we can. Come on. How does drag that up? Oh, I can drag it. Why didn't I do that before? Alright. Is there an acknowledge? Nope, just 5,900. Okay. Good. We are going to do this now. It's going to be a long, low flight, though, because we're going to be at 5,900 for a long time. Weird, but whatever. And get it below 250. Can I relax now? I know that probably didn't seem like a lot watching it, but that was a lot in a very short amount of time. And I'll catch a little bit. There's 5,900 feet. We're just going to hang out here until we get new instructions using the heading bug to get around. Now, of course, had I had options that worked for pre-planning this flight, I would have selected an approach that went out like this and like this and like this. But all the approaches in the sim all did the same thing, so I had no choice. So this is kind of a crazy way to do it. but we're still doing it, and it's okay. I also wanted to talk about how tiny our airplane looks next to these huge mountains. Look at this. Those mountains are enormous. And then it comes back here. Look at that. See, we definitely would have hit all this if we had stayed on our track. If we stayed too high, we would have to come down in a spiral. If we came down at the altitude they wanted us to, like we did, we would have hit the mountains. So we are doing the appropriate thing. Again, flirting with air traffic control. This reminds me of Minecraft. The snowy plains biome, surrounded by hills. Look at this. This is amazing. So gorgeous. We do have to fly a plane. It's not a sightseeing trip after all. And let's start turning now. Is my thing in the right direction? Should be. Kind of confused where we are, I guess. I guess we're so far north that the map isn't exactly north and south, west and east. Oh, that might have been a bit much here. I think we're okay. Alright, let's see. What do we need to do? Zoom this in a little bit so we can see what we're doing. See, we're aiming for right here. So, I guess we could use NDBs. Can we do NDBs in this? I'm sure you can. But we're just going to fly out like this. And then expect a visual. It even said visual in the thing. So even though we might not even get landing clearance because we broke away from the plan, we'll still get visual. Because that was the plan. Stay at this altitude until we see what we're doing. We are going to be right over there. I don't see a beacon or anything, but that should be where it is. This is going to be interesting. It's going to blend right in, isn't it? Well, let's slow this thing down, get comfortable in our chair, and get ready to land, eh? Just got instruction for 2100, so they are still going to talk to us. That's nice. I wasn't sure. Let's go down pretty steeply. I already forgot you can roll it. No, wrong way. Oh, come on. Wrong way. What? No, down. Oh my gosh. Down. I guess it would better to click it. Click it, because it's shaking so much, you know. There we go. Keep our speed down. So here we go. Landing lights on. We got our weather. We didn't get our weather. There's no ATIS. So we're going to be on our barometer. B for barometer altimeter. We got that. Landing lights on. Yes, already. Gears down. No, gears not down. Gear down. Flaps down soon. Very, very soon. And then, let's hope we don't hit anything here. That scares me how low it wants us to go. But whatever. We'll try to trust it. Have you seen airport out there yet? I don't. It's going to come up really quickly, so let's keep slowing down. So we get gear. Yeah, we'll get gear and flaps down in a second. There's what we're aiming for. Yikes. Scary. They did say it's a visual approach. It's just the transition to the approach is really dumb. We got to figure out what's going on here. Nice city, though. Looking good. Actually looks fantastic in the snow. Look at that. Wow. Okay, now what? Okay.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Report runway in sight.
Okay.
Maintain present heading and altitude turtle slope Tango
Not present
Sierra
heading.
4105.
Okay. Autopilot's coming off.
Autopilot.
And I gotta find this airport. So, it says report runway in sight. How many miles away are we? 12? 12. 1 o'clock, 12, maintain heading, but we gotta get down to 100 feet. But we're over some terrain. I do not see the runway, cannot report it in sight. But let's get landing. My stuff froze. Why did my stuff freeze? There we go. Because I bumped number lock. Gear down. Just to help. Oh, there it is. Is that it right there? Is it that close? It is that close. Oh, geez. Okay. Okay. We are in serious trouble here. We gotta get flaps down. Gears down. Flaps will come down in a second. That came up fast. Of course it did. We were doing 220 knots. Alright, spoilers are armed, correct? Yep, we just need to get flaps down. Why aren't my numbers working very well? There is the runway. At least it sticks out like a sore thumb. Okay. Here we go. We gotta slow down. Should I do spoilers? I have to do spoilers. Spoilers are out. Auto slows way down. Oh yes. First set of flaps. Slowing us way down. Perfect. And start heading in. And their spoilers are in. And spoilers are armed. And second set of flaps. I'm craning my neck to find this runway. Alright, what's the runway on the right or the left? I can't even tell. Let's stay above that here. Approach it says 152. I can't tell which is the runway. Has to be on the right and then taxi on the left? Or is it runway in the middle and taxi on both sides?
Turtles of Tango Sierra 410,
I don't know.
you are 900 feet below your assigned altitude.
Yeah, because I'm landing
Climb and maintain
in like
2,100 feet altimeter to your decimal 50.
No. Acknowledge. 1.
Climb and
And
maintain 2,100
yeah,
feet. Turtles
no,
of
we're
Tango
not going
Sierra
to climb because we
4105.
have to land. Alright, let's get some throttle going here. I was going to zoom in down here and see. Whoa, 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 whoa. This thing gets away from you fast. Is that an outer marker sound? Huh, interesting. I don't know if the runway is the left thing or the right thing. I was going to try to zoom in on the map. I could active pause and then zoom in on the map and see what it is, but
Turtles of Tango Sierra
really?
410 Fife Airport is at your 12 o'clock 3 miles. Maintain present heading and altitude, report runway in sight.
Yeah, am I at the wrong airport? This is the wrong airport. Am I going to do the wrong airport thing?
Maintain present heading.
This
and
is not.
altitude.
No,
Turtles
this
of
is the
Tango
airport.
Sierra
Would you quit
4105.
telling me? What the heck? Alright, here we go. Let's come in for landing. Everything is good. Spoilers are armed. Flaps are down. Gear is down. We're going to have to ride this out because we're coming in really fast. Not a problem. Yeah, this is the runway because you see the turnaround. I think there's a runway there. Maybe. Stall? Really? No, we're not. We're floating. Here we go. Reverser's ready. And this is a taxiway. Oh my. You see that wind gust? Like almost flipped us to the left? We totally pulled a Harrison Ford. Jeez. And reverser's off. And yeah, this is tuned ground because we landed on the taxiway. You know, I couldn't see what it was. That's okay. Not only did we land on the taxiway, there's X's here. See, we would have seen that if there weren't snow, right? If they plow their runway. Good grief. So we never even got landing clearance. It just said you're 3 miles away when we were on top of the airport. If we zoom in, we're in the right place. See, that's what we wanted to do, was zoom in like this and see what the runway was. But I would have had active pause, and to me that takes me out of the immersion, and I couldn't look down when we were like at minimums and look down at my map, so we had to do it this way. Next time I think I will do active pause though. Anyway, let's get, well, I guess we can just stop right here, right? Contact ground, right? Alright, this comes off, that comes off, that comes off. We stop the timer. I know we're still rolling. An hour and, what? That took 20, how many minutes longer did that take? 16 minutes longer than it was supposed to. And I was like firewalled. Alright, what else do we need to do here? Flaps up. Spoilers are in. Recog landing, flaps up, taxi lights on. Okay, now we need to find out where we're going. So here we go. Let's tune ground and request for parking. And what is it going to tell us to do?
Sierra 4105 taxi to parking.
Where do you want us to go? We'll go there. Just tell us.
Tango Sierra 4105 taxi.
General aviation.
Parking.
Okay.
Taxiway Bravo.
Alrighty. Taxiway
Taxi
Bravo.
to general aviation parking via taxiway Bravo Turtle Sub Tango Sierra 4105.
Alright, well I think the flight overall went well, right? I mean, considering we had to take things into our own hands, so ATC would send us into a mountain, and we didn't have an approach to pre-select. or transition to pre-select that would have worked in the sim. So we did the best we could with everything. As far as landing, we landed in the wrong spot, and that's because I refused to active pause and check my map. Next time, I'll probably active pause and check my map. So, not much different we could have done overall on this flight. I'm very happy with it. I like how it said stall, even though I had complete control of my aircraft, and we even floated a little. Just like earlier when it would say overspeed, but I was way below the barber pole. So whatever. I don't know if that's a bug, or I don't know why it does that, but it does in this aircraft. Anyway, I love how this taxiway goes through the forest. Isn't that awesome? Look at this. The runways are over there, and then you go through this forest, and that's how you get, well, general aviation anyway. This is amazing. I can't think of any other airport that does this. I'm sure there are a few, but this is amazing. How gorgeous. But anyway, we survived. We made it. It was fun. It still makes me yearn for my GA flying, though. But if we are going to do jets, regional stuff, this is what we're going to do. So let's just park this thing and shut it down and enjoy the last couple minutes here. I almost feel like I'm on a road for like a information center, right? Like if you go to Lake Itasca and you want to see the headwaters, you driving on a road like this, and then there's a big building in front of you, and then you park. I feel like we're not supposed to be in an airplane. I feel like we're driving on a road into an empty parking lot to do a touristy event somewhere exciting. But anyway, we're almost there. We're almost there. And I'm so glad. Oh, there's more volcano. Look at that. I'm so glad the skies cleared up for us, because there's no way we would have landed this in the fog. There was no PAPI, no ILS, nothing. It was just land visually and don't run into a mountain. But we survived, didn't we? Wow, we have a lot of people waiting for us, don't we? We have all the services. They rolled out everything just for our little plane with a whole bunch of children on it. A bunch of kids, right? And a babysitter. But anyway, here we go. Oh, there's nothing to stop us. We're just going to go until it turns green, I guess? Okay. Never done it this way before. We've never had all this stuff. I wonder if the ground services work for this plane. Oh, let's stop here. And let's set the parking brake. And do the ground services work for this? What do we have? Fuel and power. Now let's do power, since we can, I guess.
Ground Turtle Sub Tango Sierra 4105. Could you please send a ground power unit? Turtle Sub Tango Sierra 4105.
there.
The ground power unit is on the road.
On the road. Yeah, it's right there in front of you. Okie dokie. What's it going to do? Remember, if you start shutting things down, it'll end the flight, and then it's over. So let's just, isn't he going to, like, connect up here or something? Whatever. He's probably going to drive all the way away and come back. Alright, shutting this thing down. Parking brake set. It is. Icing off. It is now. See, that registered. I wonder why I erased everything else, though. That's a huge bummer. External power on is available. It is, even if he's not quite done yet. All lights can come off, it says. Turn off. We'll always keep the tail flood on, though. Conditioners off with the yoke. And that should turn everything off, and there's end of our flight. We don't even get to do the rest of the buttons. We could hit continue and go back in and finish shutting it down for the full immersion. But that'll erase our time, and we won't get an hour credit towards our IFR achievement. So that's going to be it, folks. We had a few snags, but we worked with it. It is the simulator after all. We do what we can. And I think overall it was very successful. I really enjoyed it more than I thought I would, which is probably a good thing. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. You keep coming back, I guess. And if you're new here, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you next time.